Tucker Carlson made this point that Christianity is just a crazy religion where people who are honest and of the light and truth tellers, right, that you're signing up for persecution and whatnot to speak truth and to act in morality. All these secret societies, they have twisted the narrative to think that they're doing the work of God, but it's they're enforcing human laws and structures onto the masses to vilify all drugs as evil. You know, the war on drugs is instituted by the Nixon administration and all the propaganda and this forced compliance to comply to these bullshit things. Yeah, a lot of drugs are bad, but a lot of them are positive too if used the right way. Um, this whole, you know, why can't people be honest and transparent? Why do you have to coerce people to obey your arbitrary rules that aren't, that seem moral because we've all been programmed? It's it's almost as if we have programmed programmers dictating how the world should be. It's like everybody needs to unplug from the fucking matrix. Just get some perspective, okay? All the harm that's been done to me by the medical community, why? Why? So you don't want to be seen as evil? For pulling out perfectly fucking healthy teeth from my mouth? Huh? From intentionally parasitizing me to intentionally slicing my rectum? For, wow. Simply because I speak from a position of authenticity and honesty? That I, wow. There have been so many tests in my life where I think the average man would have succumbed to their primal desires, and I didn't. The average man would have turned on everybody, but I didn't. No, I've always been seeking the truth. Forced compliance. The use of Satan's foot soldiers and parasites as weapons. You don't arbitrary morals. Who the fuck do you think you are, secret society members? Huh? Start looking in the mirror and evaluating who's really evil when you're attacking people who actually have principles and morality. You know? The size of your investment portfolio does not mean that you have value to this world. It doesn't. You have influence, but it doesn't mean you have value or morality. Um, Especially with this fiat currency that means nothing. That everybody's lost faith in. The only thing keeping it up is everybody's faith in the system. It's Nixon really fucked up this world. Richard Nixon. War on drugs, moving from the gold standard, and you know, the parasite secret weapons that he used in Vietnam. The buildup of the military-industrial complex, the corruption of our government, the mass corruption of it. Watergate was just the tip of the iceberg in terms of the harm that Richard Nixon did to the United States and the world. And he's lauded for, championed for opening up economic doors to China, but he was just played by the Chinese. He was a fucking puppet of the CCP for them to manipulate our thirst for money and greed. Who's truly in charge? Is it Netanyahu? Is it the Rothschilds? Is it Xi Jinping? You know? Who is the actual man behind the curtain? Is it the Rockefellers? Is it Bill Gates? They're all evil and selfish, and everybody's pushing the agenda of Satan from this morally righteous high ground. Everybody feels justified to abuse earth angels, snuff out critical thinking and truth. You don't see anything wrong with that? And that you get rewarded for abusing people? You don't see anything wrong with that? Your soul says that's okay because drugs are bad, okay? All these wars, they're all bullshit. The Middle East was not really that messed up in terms of violence. There wasn't terrorism prior to the formation of the State of Israel, the modern state. And just everybody got along just fine for the most part, you know? Everybody's just power hungry. The devil's very real, and the devil, we each have a level of certain divinity inside of us. Question is, do you turn to the light or the dark? The dark's the easy way. The dark, you get rewarded immediately. The dark, your manifestations come almost immediately. So it's with faith and truth, that's the hard road. Ones with true morals, you know, to not abuse children or women or groups of that have been coerced and lied to and subjugated, right? To stand up for the little people. That's where value is. That's where true divinity comes from. We can all either choose to embody Christ or Satan or Lucifer or whatever. The devil's tricky. Clouds are judgment. Clouds are morality. 7 deadly sins. Each can be completely intoxicating. Each can take our eye off the prize, which is human connection and being your authentic self and standing up for what's truly right, what your internal compass tells you is right. Yeah. You have to be a crazy person to sign up for Christian Ideals, right? that you will be persecuted for speaking the truth. You gotta be crazy. To fight this delusional narrative. Yeah. Sign me up for the crazy train.